Good morning in near Garita Wilderness. Down that way is Stone Cellar, and this is road 744. And there's a little fork in the road. If you go up there, you get to Lake Fork Trail. So I might check that out and see what the ending is like if you were to do a big loop. But then I'll go back to Stone Cellar and the trailheads back here to see what some of those are like. So, pretty morning. It's just about 7 o'clock, and Isla and I are gonna start hiking. This is the road to Middle Fork and Half Moon Pass Trail. It's not terrible, but you know, it might be a little challenging on the van. I haven't had to use four-wheel drive at all, but it's just a little bumpy and rocky. So this is Middle Fork Trail. Isla and I are thinking about heading down there, and then it would kind of like go up and over the ridge where we can hopefully get to Half Moon Pass, and then you come back down this way here. But trail looks pretty good to start out. So this is West Fork Trail, following this really nice river here. It's a pretty good trail. Well maintained. The log book at the trailhead had quite a few names on it over the last few months, but not overly busy. So trail's really easy to follow, and super nice water right here. So it's going to follow this valley and go up there, and then it's going to hook up with what is it? It says Middle Fork Trail. You could go all the way up to Machin Lake, which is about 7 miles, I would say. And then it's just right below that ridge line. And then from there you can either take Machin Basin Trail all the way down to the right, or you can take Machin Trail following kind of that ridge line and get to Half Moon Pass. So Half Moon Trail Pass number 912 is like right there. It's kind of hard to see the entrance to because it's not really well traveled anymore. But the Middle Fork Trailhead is down this road here, so you can kind of see the cars a little bit down there. So if you did find yourself coming out or going to Half Moon Pass Trail, there's this little dirt road that kind of dead ends just a little bit right behind me. And then you sneak into the trees right there and just go in about 50 feet and you see the wilderness, Garita Wilderness sign. This is Half Moon Creek Trail, number 912. It kind of heads up that way for about 3.5 miles till you get to the intersection of Unknown Creek Trail, number 886. So there you could take it left and you'd get to that South Fork Sawatch Trailhead, and that's where it intersects with South Fork Sawatch Trail and Whale Creek Trail. So, or you can take it right after 3.5 miles, continue on Half Moon Trail and get up to Half Moon Pass. Still heading here on Half Moon Pass trail. I don't know what Maddie was talking about. No real ominous signs here. Everything's looking good. Yeah, beautiful day for a hike. I've gone about 3/4 of a mile in Half Moon Pass Trail, number 912. Trail's been really easy to follow, just some deadfall over the trail. And so I came to this little creek here. So far every trailhead that I've come to has a lot of good water sources. And then once you get up in the basement, it looks like, especially that Machin Basin Lake, is a pretty popular destination for fly fishermen who are hiking up there for looks like an overnight. So this trail you could go up here and then you'd kind of hook right, stay on Half Moon Pass Trail, and then start hooking right and get Matchin Basin Trail and head over to Matchin Basin Lake. Or you can keep going up this way and get up to the unknown trail, I think it was called, that way. I'm driving up North Fork Trail Road number 776 just to get a little perspective on the valley. This would end up at Lake Fork Trail that was, I believe, originally proposed on that document. So yeah, you kind of like come out there, but it's just about a couple miles to Stone Cellars from the trailhead. But yeah, you can see there's Middle Fork Trail just there in the distance, and then yeah, so Matchin Basin Lake is up there, and then Half Moon Pass is up there, and this is Sheep Mountain right here, and then Stone Cellars just down over that ridge right there. Alright, here's Stone Cellars Campground. I was taking a piss on it for you. So you got a pit toilet, bunch of picnic tables and such, so a lot of room to spread out here. And then if you go up this way, that takes you to Middle Fork, so it's like I don't know, probably like 3 or 4 miles up that road and around that corner. Get to Middle Fork. And this is road 787. So I'm going to take this up and around, and you'll go around like Sheep Mountain, and that'll get you to Whale Creek and all that. So that's what I'm thinking, that'd be the best place to start the trek. I'm at the Sawatch Trailhead, Garita Wilderness. This is going to go up and divide up into Whale Creek, and then don't have my map out, something else up here. So they look like great, well-traveled trails. There's a little signpost right there that the sign is off of it, but you go up here about a half mile and then it splits. So Whale Creek is to the left, the other trail's to the right. So Whale Creek would be a little bit longer, and you'd get up on the mesa and you'd hike across that super flat mesa, and then the other trail you kind of get up there closer to Half Moon Pass. So there's 2 ways you could go if you want to do it longer or shorter. A lot of people in the register over the last couple days just doing day hikes or loops around the area, anywhere between like 1 day and 10 days. So yeah, Isla and I are going to get started, and here's an example of somebody setting up a tent really poorly. Alright, here the trails are diverging. I think this is Whale going off to the left. I'm going to take this one. Hopefully I can get up to where those trails connect. Everything's looking really good. Beautiful day here. And it's super cool to see that flat mesa that you could get up on top of, either going this way or that way. But yeah, I want to check out the intersection of these trails. What'd you find, Ai? Let's go see. Do your cow dog thing. Go see. Dude, you're a border collie. This is your job. Don't look at me. Go do it. Come on. There you go. Well, I might not make it all the way up as far as I wanted. Looks like Half Moon Pass is right up there. You can't really see it very well with this thing, but it's pretty cool. Rock formation up there. But looks like Isla scraped her pad off pretty good, so I've been trying to use one of those face masks and some tape to cover it up. Keeps kind of coming undone, so I don't know if I can push her too much up the pass, if this thing is going to keep ripping off, but we'll see how far we can get. Alright, I've taken unknown creek trail about 3 miles up, and so now I'm at the junction of Half Moon Pass Trail. It's number 912. So you can keep going up this pass about another 3.5 miles, and kind of taking the left trail once it forks up there. and that'll take you up to Half Moon Pass. And it's a pretty well traveled trail because there's a lot of people going up and over to Wheeler Geologic site, and so it's pretty well traveled, pretty easily marked. Another thing you can do is once you get up to that pass up there, you can kind of come back down just a little bit, and you can take either Twin Peaks Trail down if you're at a high altitude there, or you can just take Matchin Basin Trail and keep kind of following it up around what the original loop said. So up here, if you kind of go up another 1.5 miles, you'll come to an intersection with Twin Peaks Trail, and then you can kind of go back down the other side there. Another thing you can do here is, since this is Half Moon Pass Trail, in my other video segment down there at the bottom, when you can follow this down about 3.5 miles and you get to Middle Fork Trailhead, and then also link that up to Middle Fork, and that follows the river all the way up. So a lot of options you can play with these trails up here, and once you get up in this area, the trails are all actually really good.